In today's episode, we explore how to improve your English speaking skills slowly, calmly, and confidently. You don't need perfect grammar, a big vocabulary, or long hours of study. What you need are small, simple habits you can practice every day. Together, we'll talk about building confidence, using short sentences, shadowing real English, training your speaking muscles, recording your voice, and surrounding yourself with English in a natural way. This is a gentle, practical guide to speaking better, 1 minute, 1 word, 1 brave moment at a time. And as you continue on this journey, there is something else I want you to remember. Progress in speaking is not loud. It doesn't shout. It doesn't arrive with fireworks. It arrives quietly, gently, slowly. You don't wake up one morning suddenly fluent. Instead, fluency grows inside you like morning light, soft at first, then brighter, then steady. Every small practice, every repeated sentence, every brave attempt adds a little more light. And one day, without even noticing the exact moment, you will realize that English feels different. It feels lighter. It feels more natural. It feels like a place you can live in, not a place you visit sometimes. That is real progress, and it belongs to you. But to reach that point, you must be kind to yourself. Many learners blame themselves for mistakes, for slow progress, for moments when the words don't come out. But mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are teachers. They show you exactly where to grow next. Imagine a child learning to walk. They fall again and again, but every fall teaches balance. Every mistake teaches movement, and soon the child walks without thinking. You are learning a new way of walking, but with words. So allow yourself to stumble. Allow yourself to repeat. Allow yourself to learn step by step. The journey is long, yes, but it is beautiful, and it is yours. Now, let's talk about emotion, because speaking is deeply emotional. When you speak your native language, you speak with ease, comfort, and identity. But in a new language, you may feel shy, quiet, even small. This is natural. Your personality feels different in English because you don't yet have full control of the language. But here's a secret. Every time you practice, even quietly, even imperfectly, you build a bridge between who you are in your native language and who you are becoming in English. Your confidence grows, your identity expands, and slowly, English becomes another version of you. Not a weaker version, not a smaller version, just another expression of your mind and your heart. And one powerful way to grow this emotional strength is to celebrate tiny victories. Did you speak 1 sentence today? Celebrate it. Did you shadow a short video? Celebrate it. Did you think 1 small thought in English instead of your native language? Celebrate it. These victories are seeds, and when you recognize them, you water them. And what you water grows. So instead of focusing on what you cannot do yet, focus on what you did today. Even the smallest step matters. Even the smallest practice counts. Fluency is not built on intensity, it is built on consistency. And consistency is built on encouragement, not punishment. So be your own supporter. Be your own coach. Another powerful idea I want you to hold on to is this. Speaking is physical. Many learners think speaking is only mental, but your mouth, tongue, and vocal cords are muscles. They must be trained gently and often. When you repeat sentences, when you shadow audio, when you read aloud, you are training these muscles to work differently. And just like any other workout, the more often you train, the stronger you become. Professional athletes don't train once a week, they train daily, but in short, focused sessions. You can do the same with English. 5 minutes of focused speaking practice is better than 1 hour of unfocused study. Consistent, small, repeated movement builds mastery. Let's also talk about rhythm, because English has a rhythm, a musical quality, a natural flow. And when you learn that rhythm, speaking becomes easier. Listen to native speakers. Notice how they stretch some words and shorten others. Notice how they pause, how they rise and fall in tone, how some sentences sound like waves. Speaking is not just about saying words, it's about feeling the music of the language. And when you listen carefully and repeat that rhythm, your speaking becomes smoother, clearer, more natural. This is why shadowing works so well. It teaches your mouth the rhythm of English just like music teaches your body to dance. You don't think about each step, you feel it. And when you feel the rhythm of English, speaking becomes flow instead of struggle. Another idea that will help you grow is practicing with purpose. Not all speaking practice is equal. If you only repeat what you already know, your progress is slow. If you challenge yourself gently, your progress becomes faster. So, choose topics. Speak about your day. Speak about your plans. Speak about your dreams. Speak about your frustrations. Speak about simple things, but speak with intention. When you give your brain a purpose, it activates more deeply. When you speak with emotion, your words become stronger. And when you practice with intention, your progress accelerates. So, don't just speak, speak with purpose. Even simple sentences become powerful when they are meaningful. Now I want to talk about something many learners fear: real conversation. Conversation feels scary because it is unpredictable. You cannot control what the other person will say. You cannot prepare everything in advance. But that is exactly why conversation helps you grow so quickly. It forces your brain to adapt, to react, to create sentences in real time. And this is how fluency is built, not from memorizing, but from responding. You don't need to be perfect in conversation. You don't need to speak fast. You don't need to know every word. You just need to continue speaking. Even if you pause, even if you correct yourself, even if you need time to think. Real conversation is not a test. It is a practice ground, a place to grow. And people who speak well are simply people who kept speaking even when they were afraid. But before you enter real conversation, you need internal conversation. Speak to yourself. Talk to yourself. Whisper your thoughts as they happen. Say what you see. Say what you feel. Say what you think. This internal speaking trains your brain to create sentences without pressure. You control the speed. You control the words. You control the moment. And the more you speak to yourself, the easier it becomes to speak to others. Internal speaking is the bridge between silence and conversation. Use it daily. Use it gently. Use it without judgment. It is one of the most powerful tools you have. And as you build this internal conversation, you begin to notice something important. English stops being a subject you study and starts becoming a language you live in. It becomes part of your thinking, part of your day, part of your identity. You no longer wait for a perfect moment to practice, because every moment becomes practice. When you look out the window, you think in English. When you make coffee, you describe it in English. When you get ready for bed, you whisper your thoughts in English. These small moments may feel simple, but they are incredibly powerful. They build fluency the same way drops of water create a river. Not suddenly, not loudly, but with gentle, unstoppable consistency. Another key idea that will transform your speaking journey is understanding that fluency grows through familiarity. The more familiar something feels, the easier it becomes. And your mouth becomes familiar with English only when you use it often. Think of a musician. At first, the instrument feels awkward, heavy, unfamiliar. The fingers don't move smoothly, the notes don't sound right. But with daily practice, the instrument becomes part of the body. The fingers know where to go without thinking. The music flows naturally. Speaking is your instrument. Your mouth is learning how to play a new language. And the more you practice, the more natural it feels. It will not always feel awkward. It will not always feel slow. With time and repetition, speaking becomes comfort instead of effort. Let's talk about another powerful technique: describing your surroundings. This is one of the simplest and most effective ways to practice speaking every day. Wherever you are, describe what you see. Describe the colors, the sounds, the temperature, the objects around you. Describe what people are doing, what you are doing, what you plan to do next. This trains your brain to transform everyday life into English. It removes the pressure of grammar and focuses on natural expression. For example, when you walk outside, you can say quietly to yourself, "The street is empty. The weather is warm. I see a dog running. I feel relaxed. I'm walking to work." These small observations create real speaking patterns. They activate your thinking, they sharpen your awareness, and they help English become the language your mind uses to interact with the world. Now let's talk about patience. Real improvement takes time, and your speaking skills will go through phases. Some days, speaking feels easy. You find the words quickly, sentences flow naturally. You feel confident and proud. Other days, speaking feels slow, heavy, difficult. You forget simple words, you make mistakes, your mouth refuses to cooperate, and that is normal. Progress is not a straight line. You will have strong days and quiet days. You will have moments of clear speech and moments of silence. But the important thing is this: keep showing up, keep practicing, keep speaking. Because every day you practice, whether it feels good or bad, is a day of growth. Sometimes growth is visible, sometimes it is hidden, but it is always happening inside you. Another skill that will help you improve your speaking is summarizing. After you watch a short video, read a short story, or listen to a podcast, take a moment to summarize it in your own words. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't try to sound advanced. Just explain the main idea simply. The story is about a man who lost his phone. The video teaches how to make coffee. The podcast explains how to practice English. Summarizing forces your brain to choose words, organize ideas, and speak naturally. It trains your speaking muscles and your thinking muscles at the same time. And the more you summarize, the easier it becomes to express your thoughts in English. Let's talk about curiosity. Curiosity is fuel for language learning. When you are curious, your brain pays attention, your memory becomes stronger, your motivation increases. So be curious about English. Notice how native speakers use certain phrases. Notice how they shorten words, how they combine sounds, how they express emotion. Ask yourself questions. Why did they say it like that? What does that tone mean? How can I say this feeling in English? Curiosity turns learning into exploration, and exploration makes learning enjoyable. You are not just memorizing words, you are discovering a new way of expressing yourself. Another powerful way to improve your speaking is to use gestures while you talk. Many learners think speaking is only about the mouth, but your entire body helps you communicate. When you use your hands, your speaking becomes more natural. Your thoughts flow more easily. Your sentences become smoother. Gestures help your brain organize ideas. They help your voice find rhythm. They help your confidence rise. So don't be afraid to move your hands when you speak. Don't be afraid to use your body to express your ideas. Speaking is not just sound, it is movement, energy, expression, and your whole body can support your voice. Now let's talk about letting go, the art of releasing pressure. Many learners try to control every word, every sentence, every moment of speaking. But speaking is not something you can fully control. It is something you must allow. Let the words come. Let the sentences form. Let your voice flow. Don't chase perfection. Don't chase grammar. Don't chase speed. Chase connection. Chase clarity. Chase expression. When you let go of control, your speaking becomes more natural, your mind becomes more relaxed, and your voice becomes more authentic. Fluency grows only in freedom, not in fear. So let go. Let your voice move. Let English flow through you without judgment.